Taraji P. Henson just stepped into the fire, loud and proud, defending Tyler Perry after that disturbing lawsuit filed by actor Derek Dixon. But let me tell you, fans are not rocking with her right now. Taraji's been tight with Tyler for over a decade, so folks kinda expected her to back him up. But the way she's doing it? Whew, it's got people heated. And the mess don't stop there, because the streets are talking. Word is, Derek ain't the only one accusing Tyler of foul behavior. Yup, more young men are allegedly getting ready to speak out. And Taraji? She's catching major heat just for standing by him. Her reputation's on the line, and it's not looking good. So why is she riding this hard for Tyler? What does she know that the rest of us don't? Some people online are straight up saying she's trying to help cover it all up just to keep her movie deals alive. That's a wild accusation, but fans ain't holding back. Now look, Taraji and Tyler go way back. They've been locked in for like 16 years, working on project after project. She even starred in his latest flick, Straw. So yeah, there's loyalty there. But when the lawsuit news dropped, folks say Taraji snapped. She allegedly called Derek a liar and said he's just another white man trying to tear down a successful black mogul. So get this. An insider is spilling tea that Taraji has allegedly been trash-talking Derek behind the scenes. She's telling folks that he's just mad because Tyler didn't give him the big-time roles he thought he deserved. According to her, Derek was hoping to blow up overnight without putting in the grind, and when that didn't happen, he flipped. Taraji's out here claiming Derek wanted to ride Tyler's coattails straight to fame. And yeah, she supposedly even called it a friendship. That's right. She's painting the picture like Derek was trying to use personal ties to fast-track his way to stardom without putting in the real hustle. But come on, anyone in the game knows, this industry don't hand out fame without years of blood, sweat, and tears. Now here's where it gets real interesting.
Daniel says to me, because Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Now Taraji tore it up, baby. Listen here. However, I was offered that. Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbot I was difficult to work with.
Derek himself said he met Tyler back in 2019 at an event. In his words, Tyler picked him out of the crowd and asked for his number, saying he might have a role for him. And let's be honest, when a big-time director like Tyler Perry personally singles you out like that, people don't expect a background cameo. They expect a major role. So of course Derek thought he was about to blow up. But instead, Tyler hit him with a tiny part in just 2 episodes of Ruthless. Not quite the big break he was banking on. Now people are starting to question, did Derek really get played? Or is Taraji just doing damage control for her longtime Hollywood partner? Derek did end up landing another part on The Oval. And yeah, it was bigger than his role on Ruthless. But let's be real, it still wasn't the breakout moment he was chasing. According to Taraji, that's when Derek started getting bitter. And that bitterness, she claims, is what led him to accuse Tyler of serious misconduct. But hold up. Fans think Taraji's doing more than just standing by a friend. Some say she's actually protecting herself. Why? Because Tyler Perry is one of the very few big-name producers in Hollywood who consistently pays black artists, especially black women, what they deserve. Now sure, Monique might have something to say about that, but others like Meagan Good have openly said that Tyler was the first one to ever pay them what they were truly worth. In fact, Meagan once said, "Tyler Perry was the first person who paid me what I was worth." That's a big deal in an industry known for lowballing black talent. So when Taraji defends Tyler, some folks believe she's also securing her own bag. But wait, there's more.
That Oprah had issued you an apology and Tyler had issued an apology. That's not correct.
No.
The only person that's given you an apology.
You saw it.
Word on the street is that Tyler allegedly gives Taraji special treatment, and not just on his own projects. Some insiders claim he even helped her snatch roles from other actresses. Here's the real tea. Did you know Taraji was never supposed to play Cookie Lyon on Empire? She wasn't even in the running. Want to guess who the original pick was? Monique. That's right. Monique was the director's first choice, but we all know about her fallout with Tyler. And boom, Taraji slid right in. Now fans are starting to wonder, just how deep does this go? And here's where it gets even messier. Some folks are whispering that Taraji's entire Hollywood glow-up might have been boosted by her close ties to Tyler. People are questioning how many roles she's gotten through real grind, and how many were quietly handed over behind the scenes. With more eyes digging into Tyler's behavior, folks are now starting to side-eye every career move Taraji made while standing next to him. The streets are saying this ain't just about loyalty, it's about survival. 'Cause if Tyler goes down, so does the power circle around him. And Taraji? She's been at the center of that circle for years. That's why fans think she's going extra hard in his defense. They're saying she's not just defending a friend, she's defending her seat at the table. And let's not forget, Hollywood don't play fair. If your name gets caught up in anything, producers start ghosting you overnight. So Taraji might be feeling the pressure to keep things tight and not let this scandal shake up her own deals. But now that more young men are allegedly speaking out, and Derek's claims are getting louder, people are starting to ask, how much did Taraji really know? Was she just blindly defending Tyler? Or did she see the signs and look the other way? It's getting real dicey, and fans aren't buying the whole just loyalty story anymore. They're digging, they're watching, and they're calling it what it looks like, a full-on cover-up to protect both reputations and pockets. And here's the wild part. Some fans believe Taraji may have known way more than she's letting on.
Tyler Perry was the first person, I think I've got this right, who paid you what you were worth.
Yeah.
That's a huge statement.
And you've been doing this for
over 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about what that realization
It's so
felt like.
crazy because I actually cried. You know, because what I love about Tyler is not only is he an angel, not only is he a genius, not only is he unapologetic as a leader, but he also makes you feel valued and seen and appreciated. And he goes out of his way to do that. And I think about, like, you know, how people pay it forward. And I don't know if anyone paid it forward to him, but he most certainly pays it forward.
They're pointing to old interviews, behind-the-scenes clips, and red carpet moments where she acted a little too protective of Tyler, like she was already on alert, way before this lawsuit even dropped. People are now digging through every public appearance they made together, watching her body language, watching his, and wondering, was something off the whole time? Did she brush stuff under the rug just to keep things moving smooth on set? And while Taraji's team is staying quiet, social media is not. The hashtag drama is non-stop, and the comment sections are on fire. Some fans are calling her a Hollywood gatekeeper, saying she's helping powerful men silence their accusers just to keep her own career safe. Others are saying, Taraji ain't the villain here, she's trapped in the same system. But the real question everyone's asking is, what happens next? Will more people come forward? Will Tyler respond? And will Taraji keep standing tall, or quietly start backing away once the heat gets too high? At this point, nothing's off the table. People are watching every move, and the deeper they dig, the messier it's getting. Now let's talk about Tyler Perry himself, because while Taraji's out here defending him, he's been real quiet through all this mess. No statements, no interviews, not even a cryptic post. And that silence, it's got people shouting louder. They're saying, why isn't Tyler clearing his name if he's innocent? Insiders claim he's lawyering up behind the scenes, moving real strategic. But fans aren't waiting for the legal process. They're already forming opinions. Some believe Derek's claims have weight, especially now that more young men are allegedly preparing to speak up. And if those voices come forward with solid proof, it could blow up everything. And Taraji, she's caught in the middle of it all. If she sticks beside Tyler and things go south, her name might go down with his. But if she flips now, she risks looking fake, like she only jumped ship when it was convenient. It's a dangerous game, because Hollywood, don't forget. One wrong move, and your whole image crumbles. Fans are watching closely, and they're not playing. They're digging, exposing old receipts, and waiting for one more spark to set everything off. And get this, Some folks are saying Tyler's silence might not be guilt, but power. Like he's confident he's untouchable. After all, he is one of the most powerful black filmmakers in the game. But in this era, not even legends are safe when the truth starts leaking. Let's break this down. Monique says she was originally picked to play Cookie Lyon on Empire, not Taraji. According to her, director Lee Daniels offered her the role because they'd worked together on Precious and he knew she could crush it. But y'all know how Precious played out. Monique says that film got her blackballed by none other than Tyler Perry. Now here's the twist. Monique says Lee was the only one who ever apologized to her for what went down. They squashed the beef, and he offered her the Empire role as a peace offering. But just a few days later, he called her back and took it all the way back, saying folks on the show didn't want to work with her, calling her too difficult. Word is, Lee's hands were tied. Monique lost the role, and guess who swooped in to take it? Yup, Taraji. And the word on the street? Tyler Perry was the one who made that happen. People are saying he stepped in, blocked Monique, and slid Taraji into one of the biggest TV roles of the decade. So when you look at it like that, it's no wonder Taraji is riding so hard for him. She's been eating good off the empire, no pun intended, they built together. And don't forget, she just starred in Tyler's latest film, Straw, which is tearing up Netflix right now, breaking records, racking in views. So yeah, Taraji's got a lot to lose if Tyler's name keeps getting dragged through these allegations. She needs him clean, clear, and controversy-free, or the whole bag might go down with him. But fans? They're not having it. Taraji is catching major smoke for defending Tyler Perry, and it's not dying down anytime soon. When it comes to SA cases, people expect silence or sensitivity, not bold defenses. But Taraji didn't get the memo clearly. And with how serious Derek Dixon's claims are, it's no surprise folks are livid. Now, to keep it real, Taraji wasn't totally wrong about Derek wanting Tyler to help boost his career. That part actually lines up with some of the legal documents. In the court filings, it says Mr. Perry allegedly used his success and power to create a coercive and exploitative dynamic with Derek. It claims Tyler promised him major career opportunities, like producing his pilot and casting him, only to allegedly switch it up when Derek didn't return the energy. It gets darker. The lawsuit says things escalated into retaliation and pressure, all while Derek was working as a series regular on The Oval. And Tyler? He had full control over Derek's job, pay, and any creative work in the pipeline. That power imbalance is exactly what's got fans disturbed. And then Derek dropped a bombshell comparison. He called Tyler out alongside names like Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Diddy, Kevin Spacey, Roger Ailes, and more. In his words, Tyler's success allegedly made him think money and fame could get him whatever, or whoever he wanted. Derek claims it all started after they met in 2019. That's when Tyler allegedly began making moves, starting with promises and ending in a situation that now has Hollywood shook. Things didn't really start looking shady until 2020, when Tyler Perry allegedly invited Derek over to his Atlanta home. Derek agreed, probably hoping to keep things cool and stay in Tyler's good graces to secure more roles in future projects. Reports say he drank a little too much that night and ended up crashing in the guest room. Now here's where it gets serious. According to the court docs, Derek says Tyler got into bed with him and started touching his thighs. He claims he turned Tyler down that night, but that didn't stop Tyler from allegedly staying interested. While Derek didn't lay out an exact timeline, the dots start connecting. It sounds like this went down after his minor role on Ruthless, but before he got the bigger part on The Oval. Derek says that after he politely rejected Tyler, that's when Tyler started offering him more noticeable roles. It still wasn't lead status, but it was a clear level up from the blink and you miss it cameo. From Derek's point of view, his acting career finally seemed to be picking up. But behind the scenes, things were getting messier. Reports say around that time, Tyler allegedly began sending suggestive texts. One message asked Derek about his preferences, and another straight up said Tyler had been with men before. Derek also pointed out that his character Dale on The Oval, a gay, homeless, struggling store clerk, was written in a way that had to sleep around just to survive. To Derek, it felt like the lines between acting and real life were getting too close, and now it's all coming out in the open. Derek says Tyler once told him exactly what he wanted in a real-life partner: someone loyal, someone dependent. Basically, someone who would rely on him completely. Even though Derek made it clear he wasn't interested, he admitted he felt nervous about how to handle it. Tyler wasn't just anyone. He was in a position of power, and Derek didn't want to risk his job or ruin his shot in the industry. So he tried to walk that line, firmly but politely telling Tyler he wasn't comfortable with that kind of intimacy, hoping it would set a boundary without burning the bridge. But that wasn't the end of it. Later in 2020, Tyler allegedly invited him back to Atlanta, and that's when, according to Derek, things took a much darker turn. He claims Tyler started the night being friendly, then shifted the vibe completely, asking suggestive questions like, "Do you like it rough in bed?" Then came the moment that stunned fans. Derek says Tyler grabbed him by the throat and said, "Look how excited you just got." And it didn't stop there. The most aggressive incident, Derek says, happened in June 2021, again at Tyler's Atlanta property. This time, Derek was staying in the guest house, wearing just his underwear. He claims Tyler came in late at night under the pretense of giving him a goodnight hug, but instead allegedly pulled down his underwear, groped him, and whispered, "Relax. Just let it happen. It won't hurt." Derek says he managed to shut it down by quickly switching the topic, trying to diffuse the situation without causing a scene. At first, some people thought Derek was just reaching, but then he hit everyone with receipts, screenshots, texts, and the messages from Tyler. They looked real bad. Fans were shocked, because those texts didn't look professional at all. They looked like someone chasing something way deeper than work. One of the texts that really had people's jaws on the floor? Tyler allegedly wrote to Derek, "What's it going to take for you to have guiltless intimacy? Have y'all found that yet in therapy?" That line alone had folks side-eyeing hard. Then Tyler added something oddly specific about a Geo Metro car, like he was trying to get real personal out of nowhere. Derek replied with a bit of humor, saying, "Giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist." Tyler responded, "Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends in their 50s and 60s still dealing with that. It's so sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ." Fans were quick to say that didn't sound like a mentor. It sounded like someone trying to break down walls. In another exchange, Tyler texted, "Nice. Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you're going out there. How is your no? Is it stronger?" That question alone had people raising eyebrows. He followed up with, "You gotta have a strong no." And Derek replied, "Yes, it's strong. My mom literally thinks I'm going to sell my soul to the Illuminati. She heard Kanye say it's real." Then Tyler said, "Well, I don't think that, but I do think that you have to be able to say no and mean it and make it clear." Seems like normal advice, until Derek joked, "I only say yes if it gets me an Oscar." Tyler's reply, "Well, the only one who could have gotten that for you threw in prison, so just stick to the no unless you're really into him." And then came the message that had everyone screaming, "What?" Tyler allegedly said, "I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of your life, my friend." Fans read that and instantly clocked the vibe. It wasn't giving boss energy, it was giving something way more personal. Trust me, I hope you get past that block in your mind soon. That's what Tyler allegedly texted Derek, and just when you think it couldn't get any wilder, it does. According to Derek, the more he rejected Tyler, the more intense things got. He says Tyler started asking super personal questions, like what role he played in the bedroom, whether he was a top or a bottom. Yup, it got that specific. Derek claims Tyler told him straight up that he had been with men before and that he was a top. But then it went way over the line. Derek says Tyler made a bold comment, allegedly saying, "When you have a big D and hit the right spot, these bottoms go crazy." Fans were shocked reading that in court documents. And it didn't stop there. Derek claims Tyler told him he wasn't looking for a full relationship, but instead wanted a friends with benefits setup. Somebody who already had a partner, but who could still connect with him emotionally and physically. Basically, Tyler allegedly said he didn't have time for love, just the physical part. Yeah, this whole situation is messy beyond belief. Now, fans are saying maybe Taraji really does deserve the heat she's catching for standing by him, but others believe she still sees it as a personal situation gone sideways, something that was consensual but turned sour once career expectations weren't met. One thing's clear, though. Tyler Perry knows now that Taraji is ride or die, no matter what's being said. But what do you think? Was Taraji just being loyal, or is she turning a blind eye to something deeper? Let's talk about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and don't forget to share this with someone who needs to see it. And we've got more drama coming your way, so I'll see you in the next one.